What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets radio. It's early Sunday morning. I cannot sleep. Just got done watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is always a good time, but I'm bored out of my mind. So I figured, why not make a video? So a couple reports yesterday saying the Jets are considering franchise tagging Marcus Maye, which is interesting on so many different levels. You know, a part of me thought the Jets will let him test free agency and get his best offer, come back and see if they would match it, whatever else. But if they consider him that valuable, they can afford him. Where it's like, all right, you know what? We don't want to let you test free agency and fear that you're going to leave. We will tag you, keep you in the building, and see if we can get a deal done. It's about $10.8 million. And for me, this just makes a lot of sense because in terms of the secondary, there's not a lot back there, man, in terms of like quality players, you know, mentors, leaders, captains, just legit playmakers at this point. You have a lot of unknowns in Bryce Hall and Guidry and Lamar Jackson, Ashton Davis. We don't really know a lot about him at this point. So if you need a building block, you need a core guy there. So if you look up the middle, you'd have Quinnen Williams, C.J. Mosley, Marcus Maye. Not bad to build defense around. So, you know, he's going to be turning 28 years old in 2 weeks, which I understand for a lot of people, age is a big factor. But I think, you know, if you can get 2 or 3 years out of him while you mold this defense and get it going, you're probably going to get good bang for your buck. Now, there are other options out there, some younger, some older. You know, some have injury history, some have gaudy contract demands where they're coming up for franchise tag. So I think you're going with the known factor, the known of what you have in your building, and that's where you're going to kind of trust Joe Douglas a little bit. In terms of a contract, if you can get him a 3-year deal, like it's worth it. It'd be interesting if they let him walk would be interesting too, because then you're basically going with a whole new secondary. You're going to rebuild with probably 2 new starting safeties. It could be 2 new starting corners if Brian Poole leaves as well. So talk about an overhaul, it's going to be really, really interesting. So if they tag him, I really don't have a problem with it. Would it be a 1-year rental? I don't think so. I think your goal is to tag him and keep him longer term. I don't think you want to have a tag for 1 year, let him walk next year. But a fascinating conversation. I think a lot of fans really like Marcus Maye. The rap on him was that he couldn't stay healthy. He's done that. In all honesty, he was probably one of the best players on defense last year. You can make an argument he was a more well-rounded safety than Jamal Adams. When Jamal Adams was always the big blitzing guy. You know, Marcus Maye could do it all. And the only thing I always hated about that was with Greg Williams. It always seemed like the minute the ball was snapped, Marcus Maye would take off and run back 20 yards all the time. He was always going backwards, not forwards, which was kind of weird. But then when they put him at the line of scrimmage, he was good at rushing the passer. So I'm wondering if Rob Saleh could actually make him a better player than he already is, which would actually increase his value more. So I'm not sure if this video made sense. I think I kind of went around the whole complete circle here, but my take is if they franchise tag him, I don't have a problem with it. Ideally, I'd like to see him get a 2 or 3 year deal, or maybe if you have to go 4 years, maybe push it so you get like 3 good years. You cut him going into the 4th if you have to. Still young. I mean, I understand 28 is old in many eyes, but I mean, you look at some of the other free agents that are ahead of him. I believe like Harris and Simmons are both. I think they're older than him. I think, but I can go back and look at that. But let me know what you think. Marcus Maye's the topic. Stay or go, tag, give a new deal.